he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Fresno State's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Fresno State will have to punt.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
So the James Madison Dukes offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. At the 20, he's got space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Dukes are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Dukes. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they got him for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it inside the 25. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Offense trying to to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal thanks to the big fella.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll leave it with him. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moss. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They try to get it outside on the left. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go, as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. You know they like to run a touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting a fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The give from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away from the heat. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Finds a tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Off play action. Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Dukes are marching down the field. They keep attacking through the air. Sends it downfield. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Fresno State will have to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Comes out throwing on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Dukes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Fresno State takes over in the offense. We'll go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat-fitted in a tight window. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Bulldogs will have it first and 10. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Greer. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Second down coming up. They're going to throw it again. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. It's complete to the left. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Now on second down after the incompletion.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton,
and the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, they don't pick up the first down after the catch, but even still, head coach now has a decision to make. On fourth down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's decision time.
Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to SMU.
He makes the catch.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, going up top. Looking deep. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, James Madison. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really just how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Getting some heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The give to the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Going up top on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The short hands, it's Williams. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 yards.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He's looking to throw it. He's got it. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Harris. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They're bringing heat. Caught close to the marker. It's Baldwin. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He wants to throw here on second down. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the big fella. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the Dukes have pushed it inside the 20. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Purdue managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Lafayette had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. A lot to go through in the film session this week for...
He's going to let it go. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Fresno State right back to the line.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Up-tempo for the offense. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Snapped it in the shotgun. Makes the catch. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Nice job on the offense, coming down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense starts with a short field. To the air on 1st down. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's right on target. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, James Madison. And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll get in for the